Hey guys, Lou and I here. Thanks for tuning in to my review of All Stars 5 Episode 2. I am again joined by Aaron Carty. Aaron, hi.
Hello.
How are you doing?
I'm very good, very, very good. Although, you know, Saturday morning drag is always a weird thing. Like, sitting in your living room doing your drag is always just, well, it's fantastic. But it's always weird still, you know.
Yeah, I've never had that experience, so you might have to drag me over one day.
Maybe we will. Maybe when we do the final review, we should get you in drag.
Oh my god, I'm down for it.
We should do it. Hopefully by the final in 10 weeks' time we'll be able to be together, but we'll see how we get on.
Fingers crossed for that, because I think that would be awesome.
Wouldn't that be so much fun?
Yeah, I've only done drag like, two times, I think, or 3 times in my life, and it was just Gaga. So, you know, I mean, it could be Gaga again.
Alright, I'll start thinking about some things about what we can put you in.
Yeah. Okay, so episode 2, what did you think of it overall?
Oh, do you know what? Like I said last week, like, I wasn't really excited for it when it began, but every single week I'm thinking, you know, I'm just getting more excited by it, you know, especially how they left it. After Derrick left, I was like, I need to know who voted for who, what's going on, because you know that was going to kick off straight away.
Oh yeah, for sure.
You know.
So you know what? Let's start with that then, because that for me is one of my highlights of the episode, is how much shade this twist is causing already.
But you know what? It always does with All Stars. You know, as soon as like the winner gets to choose, you know, the person going home, you know that divides are going to start straight away. But for me, I honestly don't believe Jujubee was the only person who picked Derrick. I think everyone else was just staying silent.
Oh yeah, I mean a lot of people stayed silent for sure. I don't think they wanted to get into the drama of it.
Hey, you are in the workroom, you know, drag is politics, and politics start in that workroom. You've got to be ready.
Yeah, I thought that Mayhem's reaction to it was a bit over the top.
It really was, but you know what? I thought about that, and I thought she's in a position of, you know, weakness right now. I did think it was quite interesting how Miss Cracker also said she was going to get some white, you know, some white out and start writing Ongina's name, and I was like, oh.
You know what? That was shade that I don't think needed to be said. I'm actually glad that like they started the episode with the fallout from who picked who, because I didn't want it to be like a we're not going to know who chose who sort of thing.
For sure. Yeah, and do you know what? It also sets a precedent as to then who you're going to pick in your team. You know, who you feel it's going to start putting those allegiances in place, which I absolutely love to see kind of, you know, friendships form and allegiances form. It just brings that extra fire that you don't get in the regular series.
Yeah.
But having said that, you know, now Mayhem has put herself in that position where if you choose her, she's going to come for you. You know, she's quite angry about it, you know, so I think people will think about that next time they're thinking about who to vote for as well.
The challenge this week, what did you think of it?
The challenge was so much fun.
It was a good one.
Whenever you do girl groups now in Drag Race, you instantly think one of those singles is going to get to number 1.
Oh yeah.
You know?
It was like another breakup bye-bye thing. Like, I was like, okay.
Bye-bye. I was ready for that. I felt sorry for Shea though. I really, really did.
Yeah.
I instantly thought, you know, she said it herself. She said, I'm going to have to start looking after myself in this challenge, because as soon as I started spinning those lyrics, I was like, oh, that team is in trouble.
Yeah, it weren't looking good for Shea's team at all from the get-go, basically.
It really wasn't, and I think she knew that, so she said to herself, I need to be the Beyoncé of this group and split quick.
Let me ask you, who were you most surprised about during the Maxi Challenge performance? Like the
Good question. I think actually Blair St. Clair, I was really surprised by. I hadn't seen her turn it out on stage. She looked amazing. She had some choreography and a lot of fight in that performance. It was very much a character.
Yeah, I completely agree with you. Like her verse of the song, I probably laughed at most than anyone else's. She just brought it. She brought character. It just hit me. I don't know what it was. Just like, okay, it's something totally out the box for Blair to do, and she did it, and she pulled it off for me.
Jujubee's team, they just looked like they'd got together in a club and started dancing together. Like come on, if you're gonna do a girl group, coordination in outfits is number 1.
Yes.
You know, if the lyrics are bad, if you can't dance, look the same. You'll look like a girl group. You know.
Yeah.
for India to win the challenge last week and then to pick her strongest competitors, I had to laugh when Mariah said, "Why are you choosing Blair?
Yeah,
why are you choosing Blair?" But do you know what? I think let them think that, because I think she's going to be a little dark horse.
Yeah.
I generally feel India, she won last week, but generally I think that's her peak. I think what she does is consistent, but that's all we're going to get now. So I think she's gone from the top to bottom. Couple of episodes, and I'm going to predict she's going home. Ongina, bless her, she was the weak point in Shea's group.
She was
from the beginning. Like
she was.
You choose Henry. She couldn't even sing the song. She said her voice was gone, and I was thinking, your voice was fine 5 minutes ago.
Yeah, it was all downhill for Ongina, I think, this episode. Like, there was the voice going, and then she weren't lip syncing properly. Her outfit was terrible for the performance, sorry, and it was just all downhill. And even the runway, her performance was great, but we'll get onto the runway later because there's a lot to be said about that. Yeah. But I just felt this episode was a bit of it was bad for Ongina. The way that it was edited and stuff was just, you knew what was coming, I think.
You did, and again, I think the narrative plays into that as well. From the beginning, from Miss Cracker saying you should have been the one to go home.
Yeah,
I think that also set her up. If someone's telling you should have been the one that goes home, you're going to feel that. And it is going to affect your performance for sure.
So, did you think it was the right bottom three then, based off of the performance and the runway?
I did. I think when you think about the runway, I loved the theme, loved the skin you're in. How apt at the moment is that?
Completely.
It really worked well. But again, there's two things with that. It's firstly, how do you interpret that theme? And then how do you execute that? And I think Ongina, for instance, I think her the way that she thought about it was fantastic, but then she executed it wrong. Like, that dress would have looked amazing on someone 6 foot tall. Yeah. It really, really would. But like they said, she just looked really tiny in it. And I think you've really got to know your proportions when you're thinking about how I can do this as well.
Yeah. In terms of the runway and the bottom three, right? India and Mariah, I thought did great on the runway. They looked good.
They really did. But again, I think those two always are going to look amazing. Yeah. They're going to look amazing, but you've got to bring more. Did they sell those garments or did they just look pretty?
So, I'm no fashionista or whatever. I don't know the ins and outs of fashion and garments and couture and all of that. I just know what looks good. So I always base my opinions of that off whether I'm like, oh, that looks good,
But do you know what? That's the key. You can't expect someone to be an expert in it. You've got to be able to show it, and it's a yes or a no straight away. So actually, the way you're perceiving it is how the judges have to perceive that as well. Yeah. But for me, Shea was an instant winner. When I saw that, I was like, yes,
100%.
That's how you do it. That's how you do it.
100%.
And actually, if you compare Shea's look to Blair Sinclair's look, how it's all about a second skin. It's supposed to be tight. The latex was supposed to be tight, and this is where Shea's execution was bang on. Where actually, I think Blair Sinclair, if you're going to wear latex as a second skin, it's really got to fit you like a second skin. She should have come out in a pink catsuit, in a gorgeous pink tight catsuit. And then
that probably would have worked better. I mean, she still looked. I got it. I got the whole aesthetic of it. And it was so funny when they were all lined up, and then there was just Blair, like this pink.
Totally, and that's what she was going for.
Absolutely. Michelle didn't get it, but everyone else did. So
definitely, and she looked stunning. It was so nice.
She did,
and it's also a different kind of look for her. And I think this is what you need to do every single week. They need to think about, if they get to the end, if they look back at all of their 8 or 9 looks, do they look different? Is there diversity in them? Did you have any predictions as to who you thought the assassin was going to be this week?
Well, after our conversation last week, after our review, and we were like, oh, it would be great if Sasha Velour came out, I was kind of thinking this would be really weird if Sasha Velour actually came out as lip sync assassin this week. I was kind of hoping for it.
Yeah, me too.
I was hoping for it.
When I saw it go up, I was like, that's Laganja. That is Laganja. I can see it.
And then I didn't think about Laganja.
Yeah, she came into my head. I was like, it's gonna be Laganja. It's gonna be amazing. But Alyssa, I must say, she looked amazing.
She looked so good. She looked so good.
But then I was really disappointed with the performance. with her lip sync. She
kind of gave it to Shea.
I think she did. I generally didn't think that hair moved once. It was just like this.
No, it didn't. They started off strong though, like going to the back of the stage, and they kind of walked down. Like they started off strong, but like, yeah, Alyssa didn't give me Alyssa. I just have to say, I love this whole dynamic of the lip sync assassin. I think for me so far it's like the most exciting thing that I'm looking forward to in the episode. I'm like, who's it gonna be? Like, who's gonna come out? Who's gonna lip sync against who? Like, did we ever think we'd see Shea lip sync against Alyssa Edwards? Or you know what I mean? It's
exactly.
It's exciting.
You're right. It's giving us something else in All Stars. We're already excited to see the queens that we love return.
Yeah.
So to be able to inject more of these queens, I'm really excited to see who else is lined up for the lip sync assassin.
Me too.
Okay, Lewis. Let's talk about the elimination. Firstly. What did you think of Ongina's speech before they went into deliberation?
I'm not gonna lie, if you watch the reaction video, you see I cried a little bit. I never get emotional like that, and I don't know why. It something triggered in me, and then I could see all the other queens getting emotional about it, and then it set me off. I just think she wanted it so bad, but she prepared too much. It was sad, because she did it to herself.
See, I was thinking the other way round. If I was there, I would have slapped that bitch in the face. And I would have said, get yourself together! You've taken so long to get you back here. And on, episode 2, week 2, you want to go home? You want to go home? I'll help you pack your bags and you can go home. I'm here for the crown. Let me help you pack. I will call you your Uber.
We need to get you and Ongina in a room, because I'd love to see that.
I think I was just angry, because whatever you say, if ever you give a tiny bit of weakness, these girls are clocking everything you say.
Yeah.
So if you say, I can't do this, I'm not confident in this, they're going to get you on that. They really
sure.
are. So, and I think actually the way kind of Blair's mind is working at the moment is that you've got to believe in yourself, you've got to do it. And as cheesy as that is, that's the biggest part of it. You can go on a stage in a black bag, but if you've got the attitude and the confidence and you feel good, you can give it an amazing performance. And we've seen it before where, when queens look absolutely amazing, but they just can't get their personality out. Maybe this is one of Derrick's problems. Always looking stunning, an amazing Britney impersonator, but when it comes to getting yourself out, it's really hard to.
Yeah.
But for me, Ongina, I was so angry. I was so angry. You do not say that. And I generally thought Shea was going to give her another chance. I thought she was going to turn around and say, do you know what? Ongina, I'm going to give you one more chance, and you got to pull it out. So Lewis, what are you looking forward to for next week?
I am looking forward to seeing Miss Cracker shine, because as much as she was a bit of a bitch at the beginning of the episode to Ongina, she's not had her moment yet. And she's the one queen that I was like, she is going to pull it out, and she hasn't wowed me yet. So I'm looking forward to seeing if she does that. I'm just excited to see how, like, this episode was just good. Episode 1 was good. I think next week's is just going to be just as good. Do you know what I mean?
We're heating up,
We are heating up. We are heating up. It's getting fierce. There's some fierce bitches.
Let's get it.
Okay, right. Guys, so thank you for watching. I hope you liked this video. Let us know below if you agree with our opinions, if you disagree with our opinions. We love to hear from you, and we'll try and comment back to everyone. But let's get a conversation going, guys. And if you haven't watched my reaction to episode 2 of All Stars 5, then you can watch it. It will be up in one of these corners. But I'm guessing if you're watching this, you've probably watched the reaction. Aaron, thank you so much for joining me again.
No worries. Now I'm in my Ivy Park. I'm going to go out for a little run. See what the locals think of my new hair. My titties, my outfit. I'll let you know.
You do look amazing. I'm actually excited to see what you're going to wear next week. This could become a thing. It's like,
I know. The challenge is immense. Every week I've got to look different now. Damn it.
Shantae, you stay, Aaron. Shantae,
thank you
stay.
So much. Thank you. Yeah, let's start thinking about what we're going to do for your drag for the finale.
Yeah, let's plan it. Let's plan it. Alright guys, thank you for watching, and go follow us on social media, give this video a like, and subscribe to the channel as well, and we will see you next week. Bye guys, ciao.